A very good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss modern periodic table. Already we have discussed about three steps of classification of elements that was attempted by first Dover-Einer, then Newland, then Mendeleev. Now Moseley has been proposed one new modern periodic law, and depending on that law he has arranged and modified the Mendeleev's periodic table into a modern periodic table by putting different newly discovered elements in the empty positions. So the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. Mendeleev has been told that physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic function of atomic masses, but Moseley has modified this law that it depends on the atomic number, periodic function of atomic number. So depending on the increasing order of atomic number, the elements are organized into the new periodic table, that is modern periodic table. So the law, if in question it will come, you will write that the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers. Now cause of periodicity. It is due to the repetition of same outer shell electronic configuration at a certain regular interval. Suppose in case of sodium 281, so outermost shell is M. In magnesium also outermost shell is M, but the number of electrons are increasing one by one. 281, 282, 283, 284, like this one. So the causes of periodicity because of repetition of same outer shell electronic configuration at a certain regular interval. So in regular interval we can see the repetition of the same outermost shell. So what is modern periodic table states? D. Mendeleev discovered the modern periodic table in the year 1869. According to modern periodic table, but Mendeleev has not proposed the periodic table exactly, a modern periodic law. Moseley has been proposed. So according to modern periodic law, properties of an element are the periodic function of their increasing order of atomic number. So it depends on the increasing order of atomic number. So Henry Moseley showed that atomic number is a more fundamental property than atomic mass. So atomic number is more basic property than the atomic mass. So properties of elements are periodic function of the atomic number. What is atomic number? Atomic number means how many protons are present in an atom or how many electrons are present in atom. Protons are present in the nucleus, electrons are moving in different cells. Atomic number increases by 1 in going from one element to the next. If we move from one element to the next, then we can see the atomic number is increasing. Prediction of properties of elements was more precise with the arrangement of elements in the increasing order of atomic number. You cannot found that atomic number in fraction. Atomic number is always whole number. So prediction will be more easier. What should be the element? Suppose when it is 13, I can predict that is aluminium. So prediction will be very easy. Wait a minute. So the atomic number increases with the increasing order when we are moving from one element to the another element. Now it is a periodic table. You can see modern periodic table. 1A, all group 1A is group 1A consists of all the alkali metals, because if you will add in these metals it will form alkalis like potassium hydroxide, lithium hydroxide, etc. Next column 2A, you can see alkaline earth metal. So these are going to find in earth crust. That's why it is called alkaline earth metal. If from 3b to another time repetition is there, you can see that up from 2a it will come to the 3a, then 4a, and will not always mention 1a 2a. You can say that group 13, group 14, group 15, like this. And from 3 to 12, what are the groups are present? These are all transition metals, and only the 3b group number 12 is the post transition metals. So it would be better that we will remember that 3 group 4, group 5. It would be easier. Next, group 8, group 7a consists of noble gases, and group 4a, 5a and 6a contains metalloids, and group 17 also consists halogens, and lanthanides and actinides are there. So here all are mentioned here which group contains which type of elements. Here also it is written group 1 alkali metals, group 2 alkaline earth metals, group 3 to 11 transition metals, group 12 to 14 metalloids, which are orange in color. These are metalloids. Group 9, not group 9, group 12 to 14 metalloids and non-metals. Group 15 nitrogen family, group 16 oxygen family, group 17 halogens, halide family like chloride, bromide, like this way. Group 18 noble gases. So you can see here group 18 noble gases, group 70 halogens, group 18 are oxygen, group 16 is oxygen family, group 15 is nitrogen family, and group 13, 14 all up to 16 they are metalloids, group 14 to 16. It is the normal modern periodic table of the elements. New names of the periodic table depending on from where these elements we have got, the naming has been done. One element has been got from Japan, another element has been got from Moscow region, another element has been got from Tennis, and OG that was got from Ognesian. So these are the country or from where we have got the element. That's why depending on their name, source name, the name of the elements has been proposed. Now what are the properties of modern periodic table? Isotopes, which was in confusion in Mendeleev's periodic table, the what should be the position of isotope, that was confusing. But in modern periodic table, isotopes are placed at one place in the same group. So all the isotopes are placed in the same group in modern periodic table. There is no element between hydrogen and helium, as atomic masses always come in whole numbers. Atomic numbers always come in whole number, not atomic masses. It is wrong. Atomic numbers are coming in whole number. That's why there is no another element has been discovered between hydrogen and helium, because hydrogen atomic number is 1, helium is 2. Atomic number is represented by Z, and it is equal to the number of protons in the nucleus of the atom. It also consists 18 vertical columns known as groups and 7 horizontal rows which are called periods. Groups are the vertical columns, periods are the horizontal rows. Elements having same number of valence electrons are placed in the same group. So which elements having the same valence electrons? Suppose 281 in case of sodium, 1 in case of hydrogen, lithium 2 1. So any element which will have one electron in the outermost shell will be placed in the group 1. Now properties, as we go down in a group, number of cell increases. If we will go down in a group, suppose in the group 1 if we will consider, in hydrogen only one group is there. Hydrogen atomic number is 1, so only one cell is there. Another one, that is lithium, which is having two group KL. In group 1, next one is the sodium, so it is having 281, so another cell increased, M. Next one should be 288 potassium, so potassium also contains another most cell, that is N, 2881. So in this way, if you go down in a group, you will see that number of cells are increasing. Elements having same number of occupied cells are placed in the same period. And in same period, in a single period, suppose period 1, if you see, they have the same number of cells. Like hydrogen is placed only in the group period 1. From period 2, you can see helium has 2,2. Next, you can see here helium has only one cell and hydrogen also having one cell. That's why it is in period 1. In period 2, you can see lithium 2, 1, beryllium 2, 2, boron 2, 3, carbon 2, 4, nitrogen 2, 5, oxygen 2, 6, fluorine 2, 7, and neon 2, 8. So each of the element of period 2 having 2 cell each, so that we can tell they are placed in the period number 2. So in a same period, what are the elements present there? They are considered having same number of, considered to be having same number of cells. In period 2, they will have the 2 cell. In period 3, they will have the 3 cells, like this one. Next, each period has a new electronic cell getting filled. So if you can see in the lithium, it is 2, 1. In beryllium, you can see 2, 2. In boron, you can see 2, 3. In nitrogen, you can see, not nitrogen, in carbon, you can see 2, 4. In next, in nitrogen, you can see 2, 5. So 1, 1, 1, I can see it is increasing. Next, in case of oxygen, we can see 2, 6. So 1, 1 number wise it is increasing. So that means in each element of a single period, each period has a new electronic cell getting filled. So we can see new electron will be entered in each element when we are in going from left to right of the periodic table across the period. Number of elements placed in a particular period depends on the point how electrons are filled into various cells. So there is a formula depending on which we can input the electrons in the, we can fill the electrons in the cells, and outermost cell should contain 8 electrons, otherwise it contains 2 electrons. So this one we have to remember. To find out the number of electrons in a cell, we use formula 2n square. N is the cell number. K cell is 2 electron, L cell having 8 electron. Valence electron also determines the number of bonds which is formed by an element. Suppose carbon can share 4 electrons, oxygen can share 6 electrons. So depending on that, we can see how many bonds they can form, we can find it out. Single bond, double bond, or triple bond. Now noble gases. The elements in the 18th group, that is noble gases group, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and the radioactive radon are called noble gases. They are all odorless, colorless, monoatomic gases with very low chemical reactivity. They are not participating in any reaction. Since their valence cell is considered to be full, they have little tendency to participate in chemical reaction. So when their valence cell is considered as a full of electrons, that is it has been it is going to attend its octet, then we can see that it has little tendency to participate in chemical reaction. They are inactive. When discovered and identified, scientists thought that they are exceedingly rare as well as chemically inert, and therefore these gases were also given the names rare or inert gases. So the gases were named rare or inert gases depending on that, because they have not identified and they are thought that they are very rare. Number of valence electron in the outermost shell of noble gas is 8. So it is already fully sorted. But any elements will have the tendency to attain its noble gas configuration. In the outermost shell, it will try to gain 8 electrons. Gain or they will try to attain 8 electrons in the outermost shell. The modern periodic table is also classified into metals, non-metals, and metalloids. So, what are metals? Metals are electropositive. That means when, in case of sodium, you can see it is releasing one electron. So, always metals are going to release its electron in the outermost shell and get positively charged, because it has lost one electron, it has lost two electrons, it has lost three electrons respectively. Depending on that, it has that type of charge, like 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus, like this. So metals are always electropositive. Always have it always has positive charge, as they forms bond by using electrons. In general cases, oxide of metals are basic in nature. You can see sodium oxide, calcium oxide, all are basic in nature. Non-metals are always electronegative. Consider chlorine as a non-metal. We are considering chlorine as a non-metal. Its outermost shell contains 7 electron, as its atomic number is 17. So what it will do to attain the nearest noble gas configuration? It will take one electron in the outermost shell. It will gain one electron and it will fulfill its octet. So chlorine is a electronegative element. As it is gaining electron, its negativity increases. So we will consider chlorine as a electronegative element. So all the nonmetals, if you see, all are having negative charge. So they are electronegative element. In general cases, oxide of nonmetals are acidic in nature, like in case of chloric oxide, perchloric acid, all are like this. Okay, and take the non-metal as a manganese, any non-metal else, carbon is a non-metal, sulfur is a non-metal. So there, when reacting with the oxygen, it will become a acidic oxide. The elements which show the properties of both metals and non-metals are called metalloids or semi-metals. For example, boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, and polonium all are metalloids. So, general features of long form of periodic table. The elements are arranged in the increasing order of atomic number. There are 7 horizontal rows whose are called periods, and 18 vertical columns which are called groups. Elements having similar valence electrons are placed in the same group. Those elements which are having same valence electrons. Suppose 1 valence electron each, then what will happen? They will have the same group. They will belong to the same group. Each period starts with the filling of a new cell. So we will see that in each period, suppose in group period 2 there will be 2 cells, in period 3 there will be 3 cells. So in when we are increasing the period number, we can see we are increasing the cell number also. The 14 elements are lanthanum are called lanthanoids. The 14 elements after actinium are called actinoids. The limit to limit the size of the periodic table, so lanthanoids and actinoids have they don't got any place They don't get any place in the periodic table. To keep the elements with similar properties together, there was no place for them. That's why lanthanoids and actinoids are placed at the bottom of the periodic table. The elements of group 1, 2 and 13 to 17 are S block and P block elements, are called representative elements or main group elements. So group 1, 2 and 13 to 17 are main elements, representative elements. They have completely filled inner cells but incomplete valence cells because they are not ions, that's why they have incomplete valence cells. The elements of group 3 to 12 are D block are called transition element. They have incomplete outer cell. The element placed at the bottom of the periodic table are called inner transition element. They are also called rare earth metals because they occur rarely in the earth crust. Group 18 elements are called noble gases or inert gases. Their outer orbits are completely filled and are unreactive. They are not participating in any reaction. A zigzag line represents metals from non-metals. So they can separate the zigzag line from metals from non-metals by some elements called metalloids or semi-metals like boron, silicon, germanium, antimony, tellurium, polonium. Metals are found on the left hand side of the periodic table and non-metals are found on the right hand side of the periodic table. So what are the important points we should remember? Elements in any group have same number of valence electrons. So in a group, all the elements having the same valence electron. Size of the atom decreases when you move from one period in across the period and increases down when you come down in a group like 281, 282, 283, 281 in case of sodium, right? Now from the 11 it will come for the potassium 2881. So in this way the size of the atom is increasing, but in period if you see the number of electrons is increasing in the outermost cell but the number of cell is not increasing, and when the electron number is increasing in the outermost cell their attraction will be more, and that's why the size of the atom will be reduced. Each period starts with a new cell. Maximum number of electrons in each cell is given by a formula 2n square, where n is the number of given cell. So alkali metals are very reactive metals, alkaline earth metals are less reactive metals. Next, nitrogen family, oxygen family are there. Halogens are very reactive non-metals, noble gases non-reactive metals, stable and correct. You can see the explanation and limitation of modern periodic table. Position of isotope was fixed. Since all the isotopes of an element have same atomic number, they can be placed in the same group. Like carbon 12, carbon 13 both have atomic number 6. That's why we can place them in the same group. Anomalous position of some element like cobalt, nickel. Cobalt with higher atomic mass is placed before nickel because the atomic number of cobalt and nickel is 27, 28. So nickel will come first. Uncertainty in prediction of new elements. Atomic masses do not increase in regular manner because they are not found in decimals, but atomic number increase in regular manner because increase by 1 in going from one element to the next. The vertical columns in the modern periodic table are called groups. There are 18 groups, and horizontal rows are periods. They are called 7 periods. So Henry Moseley showed that atomic number of an element is more fundamental property than its atomic mass. The repetition of properties of elements after certain regular interval is called periodicity of elements. What is the cause of periodicity? Because repetition of same outermost cell, outer electronic configuration after regular interval. The elements in the first group are called alkali metals because they all react with water to form alkalis. Water soluble bases are called alkalis. All alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis, that we know. Elements of the group 2, they are called alkaline earth metals because their oxides are alkaline in nature and they are found in the earth crust. The elements in the 17th group are halogens because they react with metals to form salt. Halo means salt and gen means producer. The atoms of same element having same atomic number but different mass number are called isotopes. Valence electrons, the electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom are called valence electron. Valence is the number of electrons lost or gained by an atom to complete its octet or duplet. Duplet means, like in case of helium, it will fulfill its duplet. It will not going to fulfill its octet because it cannot attain 8 electron in the outermost shell. Valency of an element can be calculated from electronic configuration in two ways. We know that if outermost shell contain how many electrons, that we can see up to 4. Then from 5 we will subtract 5 from 8, 6 from 8. Then what will be left, what will come, that will be the valency of the element. The elements which lose electrons and form positive ions are called electropositive element. All the elements which gain electrons and become negative ions are called electronegative elements. Metal ions having both properties. Metals are found in the left side of the periodic table, non-metals on the right side of the periodic table. Oxides of metals are basic oxide, non-metals oxide are acidic in nature. Maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a cell we can calculate by using a formula, that is 2n square. N is the number of cells. The position of an element in a periodic table tells us about its reactivity. Why do we need to classify the elements? It is very difficult to study the properties of all the elements and their compounds. To study the properties of elements and their compound easily and conveniently, scientists classify them. Besides gallium germanium of group 4A, polonium of group 6A, and astatine of group 7A has been discovered that fill the gaps left by Mendeleev in his periodic table. Out of all the elements known, noble gases are most unreactive. They are present in atmosphere in very low concentration, so they are grouped together in separate group in Mendeleev's periodic table. Atomic number of helium is 2. Its first cell is the last cell which can accommodate only 2 electrons. So outermost cell of helium is completely filled. That is why helium is placed in 18th group of the periodic table. So same thing is written over here also. Law already we have come to know. Explanation of the position of some elements, like depending on their increasing order of their atomic masses. Argon and potassium, cobalt and nickel. It was in this order in Mendeleev periodic table. Argon has atomic mass 40, potassium has atomic mass 39. So according to Mendeleev periodic law, argon should be placed after potassium. On the contrary, Moseley studies assign atomic number 18 to argon and 19 to potassium. Hence placed argon before potassium. Similarly, the irregularity of inversion of position was eliminated for the other pairs cobalt, nickel, tellurium, lithium. Explanation for the position of isotope he has told. Position of elements with identical properties in different groups. Copper and mercury exhibit similarity in chemical properties, but they are placed in different groups since their atomic numbers are different. Justification of placing dissimilar elements in same group. Alkali metals and the other metals are placed in group 1 because both alkali metals contain one electron in the outermost shell. One position of one element. Mendeleev placed in group 8 different elements like iron, cobalt, nickel, and rubidium, etc. in group 8. But Moseley classification assign one position to each of these elements. Thus, iron is placed in group 8, cobalt is placed in group 9, like this. And period's description is given here. And depending on 2n square formula, we can assign the amount of electrons in each cell, in each element. This is the modern periodic table. So from group 1, 2 and 13 to 18 are called representative elements because they are mainly reactive elements, except that they are a transition series. The elements of group 3 to 12 are called transition element. First series of transition elements, cadmium to zinc. Second series of transition element, yttrium to cadmium, lanthanum to mercury, actinium, that is actinoids. And valence electrons, elements containing one valence electron will be placed in group 2, Elements containing 2 valence electron will be placed to group 2, 3 valence electron placed in group 13. So from when the valence electron will become 3, then we have to add 10. This type of question is very frequent in exam. If they will give the atomic number, you have to calculate the period number and the group number. So suppose aluminium is given, you know the atomic number of aluminium is 13, so its electronic configuration 2 8 comma 3. So outermost shell contains 3 electron. When it will be greater than 10, we have to add 10 with it to identify the group number. So its group number is 13 and 3 cells are there, so period number is 3. Okay. Noble gases position is in group 18. This is in accordance with the completely filled outermost cell. So there are different questions are given, you can see. Now electronic configuration of elements. If you're moving down a group from top to bottom, there occurs successive increase of number of electrons. Suppose in case of group 1. Group 1 contains hydrogen which has 1 electron. Next contain lithium which is 2 1. Next sodium 281. Next potassium 2881. Like this way it is increasing. The number of cell is increasing when we move down a group from top to bottom. So the chemical properties of elements depend upon the number of valence electron. The elements having the same number of valence electron exhibit similar properties. That's why they are placed in the same group. Valence electron in the consecutive elements in a group are repeated after a certain interval of atomic number. The properties of the elements in a group repeat periodically over the so exhibit similar properties. Since the valence electron in the consecutive elements in a group are repeated after a certain interval of atomic number. The number of valence electrons determines the valency of an element. It is due to the reason that the outermost shell is also called valence shell. Valency of representative elements is either equal to the number of electrons present in the outermost shell, and if we will subtract 8 from the outermost shell electrons, we will get the valency of the 8 minus the number of valence electrons. The rule is not applicable to transition element which exhibit variable valency. All the group 1 elements have one valence electron. All the group 1 elements exhibit similarity in chemical properties. Hydrides, lithium hydride, sodium hydride, potassium hydride, like this way. Hydroxides. So these are alkali metals. Group 2 elements have same outermost electronic configuration 2. So they exhibit valency of 2 and react with the other compounds. Along a period, if you move left to right, you will see that valence electrons are increasing 1 to 8, except in the first period. But the number of valence electrons increases from 1 to 2. The first element in the every period has only one valence electron. You will see that because it all are in group 1. And the last element in the period with 8 electrons, except in the first period where the last element is helium which has the duplet. On moving from left to right along a period, the electrons are added to the same orbit. Thus in the second period, the elements are added to the second orbit in electron, and in the third period the electrons are added in the third orbit. This illustrated in this table. You can see valency of lithium, beryllium, boron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. So 1 valency in case of lithium, 2 valency in case of beryllium. So all are having 2 cells. So as we move from left to right, in each short period, the valency of elements increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases to 0 in the last elements in the period because they have already fulfilled its octet. This change in valency in a period leads to the change in the nature of compounds. This change in the properties of compounds of second and third period given in this table. So which of the following belongs to the same period? 2 only, 2, 8, 2 comma no 2 comma 3. So which are belongs to the same period? B and C. Same group. Electronic configuration of B indicates that B has completely filled second cell and B is a noble gas because 2 8. The electronic configuration of A is already 2, so that means it is valence cell is completely filled. So A is also a noble gas helium, and both A and B belong to the same group, that is group 18 of periodic table. So like this way you will see the questions, you can understand. Okay, go through the question answer, then only you can understand. Thank you class.